Okay, so this is the best build I currently found. We are going to go with the Hunter and Cult Initiate Origin. The build is the best for farming the coins and the upgrades for the runes, as I managed to get around 500 to 550 every coins every run. It's really good. We are gonna also go with the short bow and the attack speed. The build really picks up once you get the fairy bolts and once they start flying. Yeah, you get the fire arrow barrage. If you already play this level, you know that this is the only level where you can actually go outside of the circle and you need to collect these things. This is what makes it so good for farming, since you can just spawn more enemies by going into the circles and farming them constantly over and over. You can spawn as much as you like. And also with this build you should easily get to tier 9 here, which will also help you level up this part to the 25. We are gonna go with the standard build now for the Hunter and Initiate. Thief and Hunter build. We are going with the Thief because it gives you one of the fastest dashes in the game that leads you to the best distance, so you can actually farm even faster. Okay, perfect. The crown happened to spawn. But it doesn't matter if it didn't, since on this map you can just go around and collect the chests, and inside of the chests you get actually quite a lot of things that you need for upgrading and for getting better armor. Also, if you really wanted to optimize this, you could probably get it to even more coins, like 700 per run, with running from chest to chest and killing the enemies faster. But this could also pick up as you upgrade your weapons and abilities. As you can see, mine are only at 2 rune slots at this point, so it could definitely go higher. Yeah, for the artifacts we are gonna have to go with Zaladon's ring. That's really good in this point. But if you kill the last boss, it doesn't really matter, you practically pass the game, but if you killed it you might, or got to level 2, you might have the arrowhead. And if you can use the arrowhead, that could make this even better. But I'm gonna go either with the Band of Primal Power or the Dodge artifact. For the armor, try to get as many legendaries as possible. As you can see, I will upgrade it and search for something that's good. It gives me extra abilities, especially arcane missiles or whirlwind or some ability that gives you AV that kills you faster. As you can see, arcane missiles just fire around everywhere and give you way more kills. Also, it's probably best if you just skip the white and blue gear at this point, if you really don't need it. Just skip it and wait for to get the legendary, because if you get the legendary, then you get more abilities and kill everything faster, and it's just so much better. Okay, you are going to have to take blade dash for this, because blade dash is just a way more superior option to everything here, especially when you are farming the coins. It allows you to move at insanely good pace, especially once you get the moment recharge rate from hunters passives. It starts to go really fast. As you can see, we got lucky here, getting the legendary. But also it might help you that since this is a big map and it's hard to see all the coins, it might even help to have a bigger pickup range, so you can collect them easier. Also, usually the spots that have most of the spawn points are at the bottom right where we are now, and usually at the left side. But if you just go in circles, you're gonna find enough of them. As you can see, we are gonna skip the white armor, since it doesn't give us an ability. Also, my advice would be to maybe go to max tier 2 or tier 4 before collecting a lot of the crystals. So later, when you run out of time, you actually have the crystals to just keep going on. Later it becomes harder to kill them fast and you might run out of time if you are not prepared. Early game you should take the advantage of that. Of preparing to have crystals for like tier 9, tier 10. You can take whatever, it doesn't really matter. But the attack reach, I'm still not sure if it extends the range where the dash goes, or it just extends it like horizontally in width, let's say. So it does damage more around itself and not actually going farther, because it seems to always go the same distance. Also take the multi-shot projectile amount as much as you can. That it's really good for destroying everything and killing as many enemies as possible. As you can see now, we are just farming around and trying to get as many crystals as possible. We are already at 29, and that's way more than we need to go to the next tier. But it's better to stock up now, because later, as I said, you might have problems. Yeah, now we are at tier 3 boss. You can see how easily he goes down. It's no problem. But still better to farm up way more than you need. As you can see, before we went to the tier 5 boss, I already had almost 90 souls, or how do you wanna call them, shards. Now I can pretty much go through a few tiers without doing anything, but it's still better to always have them. Because every tier you need more and more to actually pass it. And now we can go fight the tier 6 with no problem, since we have so many shards. Also you can see we are already at 432. And this is what it's been like 15 minutes. $15 to 20 minutes, yeah. So it might even be a good tactic if you just stopped right now and abandon the ritual to get the coins and then start again. Since we collected so many, we already collected like 400 coins. At like half the part. At tier 7, tier 8 and further enemies start getting harder to kill. But you can still farm from the enemies later. Like the upgrade shards for your runes and other things. So it depends on what you need. Okay, now we are gonna go fight the tier 6 boss. Also, the great thing about Hunter on this map is you can pretty much kite the boss wherever you want. It's almost impossible to actually kill you. You can go outside the circle and you don't take extra damage. At first it seems like you will because of the mist and the sand, but actually no, you can just go out and dodge him forever. As you can see, it's gonna help us a lot that we farmed up before on the next bosses. Since now we have 53 and we can instantly go to tier 9 if we want to. And if we didn't farm out before, then we'd have more problems, I believe. But still it starts to get really hard after tier 8, tier 9. And I don't believe it's worth farming anymore, since you cannot kill them as fast. It's best to go to around tier 5, maximum 6, before abandoning the ritual and starting again. Also, as you can see, almost no time gets refunded at later tiers. So you can see we killed the tier 7 boss and we only got like an extra minute, and we pretty much need to instantly start another tier to be able to keep going. So yeah, I firmly believe that tier 6 is maximum you should go if you are farming. If you want to level up your ritual level, then yeah, you can go further. This will this build will get you there easily. But yeah, now we are gonna start another boss. And we are gonna have to kite it over the whole map. It starts to get really tanky. But due to us using the dash, it's a piece of cake. They literally cannot do anything to you. You could kite forever with dodge charges and movement charges. The only good thing about this boss is that you actually go around the whole map and maybe you can collect some things that you didn't. That's the only useful thing. But yeah, we managed to kill him easy. Also here you can see some numbers. I love to always show them inside the video. Last 40 seconds of numbers. A little bit of fun. Also, another cool thing about this build is that not even the wraiths that spawn at the end, the ghosts, can kill you. You are so good at escaping that they cannot do anything. You might even be able to kill one of them with this technique, if it's possible. Maybe if you use the arrowhead, it might be possible to actually kill one of them. It would be cool if there was a hidden achievement for killing them. Similar to how in Vampire Survivors, if you kill the Reaper, you can use the Reaper. So maybe a Wraith origin, or even a Wraith character, who knows. Well, that's it. I believe I'm gonna let them kill me now and yeah, to not lengthen the video anymore. As you can see, this is all we got. So we earned like 1, 3, 4, 5, almost 10 levels of the runes in this one run. So in like 5 to 10 runs you could level up a lot of things and kill the last boss easily. So if you are struggling with the last boss and you couldn't get to phase 2, then pretty much just go over and over with this so you can upgrade everything, and also you get the runes, because those runes are one of the most important things. The better they are, the better your abilities are by a huge margin. Feel free to try this build out and let me know what you think. If you have something better for farming, also if you like the video, please subscribe, it helps a lot. Thank you and see ya.